everybody. This is episode 2 with our good friend David Yazbek. Can you believe he took off his hat? There's not a hair under there.
Oh.
Classic.
Are we getting glare?
No, you're
Remember
perfect.
on Carson, every time they'd show like a magazine cover or an album cover, it would be like, are we getting glare?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
have this whole set is just found stuff in this Bad Ladder studio. Like Jacob put these plants he had in the background.
Can I just say this? We were talking about how the studio was reminding both of us of public access.
That's why
television.
I love it.
But that brings up because I had a public access show when I was in high school called Doctor of Mime, that I did with my friend who we ended up writing on Letterman together. We just had a summer to kill. And we did, just crazy stuff. But that same studio did all of the public.
Like Robin Bird and everything?
Robin Bird would come in there, the sweating and dancing and looked like a pirate, according to my wife. She'd wear those macrame bikinis and sweat.
Baby, let me bang your box.
And but there was another show where I remember someone gave someone else an enema in that very studio. There was the nude talk show. So I'm very nostalgic about this being here. That's what's making me feel warm and great.
I mean, if we walked through here with a black light, we would probably reveal many things.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know what I saw where they turned on a black light and it's just all over a woman's face, like in the mouth. It's something I saw, so it's somewhere in my life.
Was it like a candid camera, like an Alan Funt candid camera?
No, it was like It was
Scary Movie 2. It's the black light on the face.
It was in Scary Movie 2 because it's really brilliantly funny. But I've got this. So this turtle was just on one of those shelves. I go, this is a nice centerpiece. This turtle, I like this turtle. It reminds me of what is it, Buddhist or Hindu or whatever. Turtles all the way down. Do you know this story of turtles all the way down? Sturgill Simpson has a song too about it. It's the Buddha or the wise person is talking to the disciple, and he says that the earth rests on the back of a turtle. And the person said, well, what's under the turtle? And he said, another turtle. And then he goes, well, what's under that? And the wise man goes, it's another turtle. And he goes, well, what's under that? He goes, it's turtles all the way down. Which, what does that even mean?
Yeah,
all the way down to what?
That's great.
It's such a great story of, and I don't know if this is what you're supposed to glean from it, but just that the total inability to comprehend infinity and to need to accept that. That's what I take from it.
I take it that too. The idea that like, oh, well, where's the foundation that we rest on? And the whole thing about Buddhism is there's no foundation to rest on. Like you can't.
Impermanence? Is that?
Yeah, it's impermanence. It's all, and that's what causes suffering. Change. The understanding that you can't grasp happiness forever, impermanence. Yeah. It causes suffering. So what Buddhism tries to do is give you a, sort of a game plan to deal with that. And the game plan really is understanding that and this almost sounds like an AA. I have friends in AA who's...
Of course, you have a problem.
I've never... Myself, no. That idea of like, if you have one foot in the past and one foot in the future, you're pissing on the present.
Yeah, that's so great.
Yeah, it's like the past is illusory. The future is illusory.
Well, the past is depression. The future is anxiety.
There is another
You must be in the moment.
Yeah.
But what was because Gary Shandling... was
sure
a
he
Buddhist.
Had a million of those.
He was a Buddhist, and he had a tattoo in the back of his neck that was just a circle. That's just
but
nothingness.
It's not closed. It's
it's just
That's
emptiness.
The famous. But as soon as you have a tattoo on your neck like that, I have my questions.
He's a good friend who's passed away, and he's wonderful.
I know. I saw it.
Brilliant.
I saw that. I saw the documentary.
Oh, but he was telling me about it was so funny because his funeral was all comedians and Buddhist monks.
Yeah, that's good.
And, but he was saying talking to me about impermanence, and I never grasped that he would say a monk will light his finger on fire and just watch it burn, and this is impermanence. Can you explain that? Because I still don't understand that. Why?
I can't explain it. I don't get it.
Why do this?
I don't know.
Why suffer when you don't have to suffer?
That's a very good...
You are choosing to suffer when so many people are suffering.
The Buddha talked about the middle way. He was an ascetic for years. You know, he starved himself to almost nothing. And he hung out with other ascetics. And you see these ascetics who...
What's ascetic?
It's like asceticism. Like you deprive yourself, or you have a challenge, like putting a hole in your tongue and carrying a weight.
Jesus, fucking Christ. We don't suffer enough.
Exactly. Or eating 1 grain of rice a day. And Buddha had this realization at one point that, wait a minute, this is not it. And he was an advocate of this idea of the middle way. Not going material, not filling holes, not going ascetic, because that's just another version of the same thing.
Right. Without basic needs. Is that what that is, ascetic?
Yeah. I mean, Buddha, like there's like sutras that are very, very specific to things like if you're making money, how much you keep, how much you let flow, like a lot of stuff like that, really practical stuff, I think. Turtles.
Turtles, let's start turtles all the way down.
I love you.
I love you more.
No, you don't love me more. It's the same amount.
Okay.
Remember you were really mad at me once for something, and I can't remember what it was, and I hadn't seen you for a while, and you just came up and you just said, I'm mad at you, and I said, I love you. And you said, I love you too. Do you remember that? At Weissler's apartment?
Sounds right.
Yeah, it was good.
Maybe we should take a call.
You left me a message, now I'm playing it for the world. Let's hear some voicemails.
Oh, I think there are people who called in for you.
I can't believe it. Maybe Sean called in.
Who is that?
That's the guy who has the pitch pipe bacterial hemorrhoid.
Do you think he bought a new pitch pipe, or do you think he just used
That's a great question.
I mean, just throw it away and buy a new one.
Yeah, you got to, I think.
A little alcohol swab probably do the trick.
Hey guys, my name's Rachel. I'm calling in with a question about musical theater people.
She's so chill.
And that question is, why are they like this? My partner has a bunch of musical theater friends, and occasionally I have to go pick them up from an outing, and the entire way home, they are just like sing-songing as loud as possible in the car, so much so that I should probably require earplugs. Yeah, why are they like this?
Well,
I think it's joy.
Oh, I wasn't going to be that positive.
Okay, good. Yeah, you go.
First of all, Rachel's voice tells me that she is either way too laid back to be a musical theater person.
Right.
It's like the opposite of it.
Right.
Or she's just like really high. Like she just has had too much THC in her cannabis.
I think she's just very chill and really asking this question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mean to diminish the question. The answer is I don't know. I'm not really a musical theater person. And
he's not moved by much, but as somebody who has enjoyed and has been transported by musical theater a bit, it's that feeling of being transported, that feeling of like just ethereal joy, or the fact that like music can take you to a feeling, a place. I bet, Rachel, there's music that brings, whether it's Velvet Underground or, Oasis, or Oasis was me trying to think of something current or whatever the fuck,
Tears for Fears.
My friend Mark Cohen, Mark Cohen?
Jew?
He's just so dumb and funny and silly. But he does, I think this is Tears for Fears. He goes, shart, Shart. Shit mixed with fart. That made me really happy.
It's
Hey,
really
I like
good.
that stuff.
I love it. I mean, here's the thing. That's because you're a joyous person, and you're not. But there's a giddiness to listening to show tunes. There's a feeling of like, oh, we're all outsiders, we're all freaks. But the truth is, you're not really freaks. You know, you're all together. And for me, I'm much more moved by other kinds of music than most contemporary musical theater. But I can get a big smile on my face listening to Guys and Dolls, which is like every song's beautiful, every song's great and perfect. Or I can listen to Jesus
The
Christ.
average unmarried female.
I'm trying to remember the next lyric.
Insecure.
Oh, you should play that part. Every song
you love that because it's not obvious notes. Everything's a little askew. And I didn't even mention the band's visit, which is like
which I wrote.
Maybe most hot shit.
The band's visit won every Tony Award that year. And that was an interesting lesson for me because I'd already been to like 5 Tony Awards and lost, which was fine. But I hated going. I hated it.
Right.
And my wife, eventually, she just said, I just can't stand it that you're sitting there like that. Just pretend you're liking it at least, So we go to the Tony Awards for the band's visit, and we kind of knew we had a good shot at winning some. And I'm sitting there, and people are winning, from my show, and I'm so happy for them, and I'm really, but I'm still not enjoying myself, but I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
And then, even though the Tony Awards is supposed to kind of honor Broadway and especially musical theater, they choose to put the best score Tony during a commercial break.
No.
So the house lights are on. People are milling around in the aisles.
That's so shitty.
Yeah, and it's like, and the winner, and I could barely hear my name because people are talking to each other like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I hear my name, and then I hear there's like some smattering of applause because some people hear it, and then I get up and I'm probably 10, I'm on the aisle, and there's a camera guy moving backwards, but there's people all in the aisle.
You can't get any goddamn respect.
No, and it's during the commercial. By the time I get up, we were told, you have 30 seconds to get up there and tell you. So get up there. But there's people talking to each other and like reminiscing. And I'm having to say, excuse me, I just won. Excuse me. And I get up there and I got like 6 seconds and I give, I say a few things. And then you go back and you do the press stuff. And I watch other people in my show winning. It's great. That's very exciting. And my wife said, well, isn't that better? You won, And I was like, no, this was like the worst one of all. I love seeing other people, but it's kind of humiliating to like win during a commercial. And then I go to poker on Thursday, like 4 days later. And by this time, my poker guys know that calling me Broadway's David Yazbek puts me on tilt. And they shortened it to Broadway's, not Broadway. They put an apostrophe S, which is like 10 times worse.
Yeah, Broadway's David Yazbek.
No, just Broadway's.
Oh, they just call you Broadway's.
Hey, Broadway's. It's your deal. So I get to the poker game and like in the middle of a hand, someone goes, hey, congratulations, man. We're really proud of you. Where were you? We didn't, you weren't on, what happened? So it was that experience and didn't raise my, what do you call it? My quote. Didn't make more money because of it, but the show ran longer because of it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Highly revered.
I'm trying to tell stories that are interesting to you and the audience.
Right.
And to, what's her name? Sharon, who doesn't understand my musical.
Oh, Rachel.
Rachel. Sorry, Rachel.
Sharon, you knew it was a nice Jewish
Would you mind
name.
if we hear another one of those calls just to offset that one? Would that be okay? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to take another call.
Okay.
Hello, Sarah. I just wondered if you've ever been to the UK and if you're a fan of UK culture. Thank you. Bye.
That's not about David Yazbek at
No.
all. Did we have another one?
That's it. David.
Well, I think that tells you everything you need to know.
Well, I just put one post out there in stories.
You know what? Can I answer that call?
Yes.
No, I hate UK culture. I don't think there is such a thing as UK culture. I hate the food. I hate the comedy, especially. No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to spice things up a little.
I wish I was more of a fan of England. I want to be. I've been to London a bunch of times, but I always end up getting out of there early. Or I don't know why. I know I'm
Really?
supposed to love it. I don't know. I'm not worldly or something. When I talk, I'll be in line for a sandwich or something, and I'll talk to someone on one side or the other of me, and they look at me like I'm weird. Do they not do strangers not talk to each other there, or was it
Much less. Can I tell you a little story?
okay?
I love it. I love London.
There
And
was once a boy. Sorry.
Oh, that's from Bedwetter, coming soon to Broadway. I like London. I've been there a lot. Had almost every one of my shows have been done there.
Oh, right.
But I also have friends who live there, and one of my best friends is this woman Tamsin Gregg, who's an actress there, and she starred in Women on the Verge there, and she's just a wonderful actor, and the friends I have there who are British are very warm, and I love them. But there's something you know how in New York, if you were to hurt yourself or fall or something, immediately you'd have people help.
Yeah, it's like New Yorkers are kind of will yell at you and this,
Yeah.
but if you're throwing up, someone's going to take care of
Yeah,
it.
they'll hold your hair back. I was in London. It was dark. It was like the winter, so it was dark. It was at 5:00. I was running to a meeting. It was raining. I slipped on a curb, fell down kind of into traffic.
Oh my God, Andy's bald. Go on.
It's a tragedy all around. I had my hand out to stop myself, and because it was wet, I ended up doing a tear. I forget, what do you call it?
Separating your shoulder.
Yeah, something like that.
Rotator cuff.
Rotator cuff.
Oh, shit.
It was a tear. And it was horrible. First of all, I saw traffic coming at me, so I had to roll into the gutter. Then I had to get up, and my arm was hanging like this, and it was hurting. It was like stars. I was seeing stars. And then I had to kind of crawl to, there was some outdoor tables that no one was at because it was raining. And I sit down and just people are just as I'm lying in the gutter, people are just walking by. They saw me fall, and they're just walking by. And that is something about either London or Britain, not wanting to just engage immediately.
And I'm aware that story could be anywhere, and then you think that place is that thing. And I
True.
feel like, I've had some nice experiences there, and I have British friends. I don't know. For some reason, I don't, when you walk around in New York City, for me, your heart fills, you feel like you're a part of something. You have experiences with strangers. I've had so many magical experiences with people I saw in that moment and never again,
Mm-hmm.
One time I was walking in New York City, I was stoned, I was with Dave Juskow, and it was late at night, and we were walking down Fifth Avenue, and it was just empty, and another girl who was high or drunk or something with a guy friend was walking towards us, and with no words, I don't know how to explain this. With no words, nothing, she and I just grabbed hands, twirled, and then kept going on our way. And it was just it's that kind of weird magic to me that is New York.
Yeah,
that I don't feel.
I've seen you have moments like that. I don't have the personality to have those moments myself, but I've been witness to you having those moments.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice.
I like people.
Yeah.
I'm a people person,
Hey.
babe. That was my Dennis Miller.
Oh, I thought you were doing, what's his name? Dice.
Hey, whoa. No, but Rory, if there's ever like a interesting word said, it's a great word to say as Dennis Miller. Like that dog food Eukanuba. He'd be like, oh,
Eukanuba.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do it, but like, I like a Eukanuba. I don't know.
Here's some ads.
Starting a business can be intimidating and honestly a little lonely. One day you're following a passion like opening a small vintage spoon store in Seattle, and the next you're suddenly wearing every hat imaginable: designer, marketer, accountant, customer service rep, shipping manager, social media expert. The list goes on and on. People love your little spoons, and that excitement keeps you going, but behind the scenes, it's a constant juggling act. You're figuring out how to build a website, answer emails, manage inventory, ship orders, and somehow make it all look effortless, stirring up success one tiny utensil at a time. There is so much to learn, and the list of to-dos never seems to end, but you can just get the right systems in place, your little dream could really grow into something big. It's the same story for anyone launching something new, whether it's your own podcast, a product line, or a creative project. The excitement can quickly get buried under all the logistics and decision-making. That's where having the right partner really changes everything. Turn your big business idea into cha-ching with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/Sarah. Go to shopify.com/Sarah, shopify.com/Sarah. I bet you know right where your favorite pair of jeans is right now. If you're not wearing them, you know exactly which drawer they're tucked into, and you probably know where your car keys are too, and you definitely know where you keep your secret stash of, well, whatever you need a stash of. But do you know where your money is? That's probably just as important, probably, if not more important than all these other things, right? But for many people, keeping track of every savings, retirement, and investment account they've got money in is just not top of mind. Problem is, you could be leaving some fat stacks on the table. That's money for new jeans or a new car or even some stuff for your stash. Now you can feel organized and confident in your finances with Monarch Money. Monarch Money, an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean interface on your laptop, on your phone, and right now, just for our listeners, Monarch is offering 50% off your first year. I was talking to Keegan, one of our producers, about Monarch, and he told me he's really keeping track of his money better. Thanks to Monarch, he's even putting a little cash into a place where it can grow as he saves up to be a first-time home buyer. And right now, truly every dollar matters. Monarch links all your accounts in minutes, so you can stay informed and make smarter decisions with your hard-earned moolah. That's why it was named Best Budgeting App of 2025 by the Wall Street Journal, the newspaper about money. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code Sarah at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code Sarah.
And we're back.
We do have a new segment we started last week that's called Fuck It, They're Dead.
Oh, okay.
And it's people can call in and say what they've never been able to say before about someone because they're dead.
That's awesome.
So maybe you want to hear one of those?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It was Oha's idea.
Love it.
Oha Lopez.
Hi, Sarah. Just the other day, I went to my friend Lorraine's funeral. It was not a surprise because she's a little bit elderly and she's a little bit sickly, or she was rather. So it was your run-of-the-mill, boring, basic funeral. And so I'm standing there, and I was only going to spend like a minute there. And I'm saying hello to the few people that I know, and I'm about to leave. And in the door walks a very famous porn star,
Who?
gay porn star.
Ooh.
I will not say his name,
Okay.
but I will tell you he is like top 10 gay porn star. And he recognized me in the way that a gay man recognizes another gay man.
Right.
And I definitely recognized him.
Oh.
And on some level, all I could think was, Miss Lorraine is somewhere in heaven right now just cackling because I will never find out the truth as to why this very famous gay porn star has shown up at her funeral. And I thought to myself, no matter what it takes in this lifetime, I will get to the bottom of this.
Bottom, get it?
Bottom,
Thank you, sir.
underlined.
First of all, the fact that you are vowing to get to the bottom of this, when in that moment, you could have walked over to him and been like, how do you know Lorraine? And it would have been the most common thing you say to someone you don't know at a funeral.
Are you British or something? Is
Yeah,
that-
what are you, British? Hey, oh.
Call back.
Yeah, that's, why didn't you just say, hi, how do you know Lorraine? You know, I love your work or whatever, or just, so you really whiffed that one.
Yeah.
Also, a run-of-the-mill boring funeral. I don't know. I've never been to a boring funeral.
No.
I guess, to be honest, my friends that have died have all had pretty spectacular funerals.
Oh my God, Gilbert had a great funeral.
I was only at I was at the Shiva.
Oh, you were.
Did you go to the funeral?
I went to the
part?
funeral in New York, and Jeff Ross's.
That's what I was going to quote.
Oh my God, Jeff Ross's speech was moving. You're in tears, but you're laughing your guts out. And
Another reason to say, oh, sorry.
the first thing he said was, "I'm going to get it wrong," but was it what you were going to quote?
I don't think so.
Gilbert leaves behind.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You say it because you're.
No. Oh, well, I think the audience has to know this about Gilbert Gottfried, besides being a brilliant comedian, a loving father with two incredible kids and a great wife, Dara. He was famously and to an OCD degree cheap, like the cheapest person to not even, he had money, but he just was clinically.
It was almost like he was a survivor, or like
Yes.
just a depression baby or something. Yeah.
So what Jeff says is something like Gilbert leaves behind a beautiful wife, two amazing kids, and about 100 tiny shampoos.
Yeah. Yes. And several dozen tiny bottles of shampoo.
Yeah, it's just like every gig he's just taking it. All right.
And when I did his podcast, I brought all the stuff from my hotel room.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Some of it was open, and he still was like, "Thank you very much." And I was doing it as a joke, and I thought, just get a laugh, and that's it. But he was like looking through the little bag to see what it was, and yeah. But that was a funny funeral. And the funnier it got, the more heartrending it also got. you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just
amazing.
comics have the funniest funerals because it's just everyone telling the funniest, greatest stories about them. Jeff Ross, my friend, also Zvi's client. You and I went together to see Take a Banana for the Ride,
Wonderful.
which is his Broadway one-man show. It is you will definitely be glad you went.
Oh,
It's hard laughs.
Yeah.
And actually moving and never boring for a second.
And it
it's-
features,
if you have to know this, but at the beginning he talks about his friend Donald, which is my dad, and he tells the same story that I tell about Jeff. We both love that we have the same joke in our current shows because it's just so beautiful and told by different angles, But he went to see my dad on his deathbed and said, "Schleppy, I got bad news. I don't think you can be my emergency contact anymore." You have Buena Vista Social Club is on Broadway right now, which you had a hand in.
I'm a producer on that, and I also was a creative consultant. But that's a really good show. I recommend it.
I remember when that album of theirs came out really big, Buena Vista Social Club, and I listened to it constantly.
It's the guy who produced it, who's the lead producer, Orrin Wolf, who produced Band's Visit,
Oh, yeah.
and is a really good friend of mine. He just sort of knew he had to work really hard to get the rights, knowing that title was so beloved the world over, and it wasn't easy to put that show together. But what you see when you see that show is also the best Afro-Cuban band in the world right now. on Broadway. Anyway, Oren just got back from like 5-6 different countries where he's setting up sit downs of Buena Vista Social Club because the album was just as popular all over the world, which I didn't realize either.
That's funny.
Anyway, it's
Great story.
It's wild. Yeah,
Jesus
good story. I'm
Christ.
sorry.
We are doing together our show, The Bedwetter. You and Josh came on my podcast like 2 years ago or something, and we probably talked about some of this stuff
We went on the podcast when we were
at the Atlantic.
we were doing off Broadway. We sort of thought, oh, I guess we'll be on Broadway next year, but that was like several years ago. We had many like weird backs and forths.
Definitely. But all of this to say though, like, right, then we did an out of town in DC. And now hopefully in spring we'll be on Broadway. But between then and now, the show's gotten
It's great
even
now.
better.
I mean,
yeah, like it
got great reviews at the Atlantic. It was really good. And we sort of got together and was like, how can we make it better? And I think we really did.
Yeah, that workship after the
That's
run.
what did it. Yeah.
Like we were like, oh, this is it.
But then we just did a workshop a month and a half ago or whatever it was. And I've just sat there going like, this is really.
And now it's an emergency because the young girl that plays Sarah is
growing quickly.
Growing.
And she has to be 10 years old in the show. So
And we need her to open it in Broadway. We've got all these other young girls that can do it, but she's got to do it. I can't believe I'm in this position where I'm about to work with a kid again. Like I'm working with kids and, they say don't work with kids or animals. I've done both and, it's not bad. Kids are pros, but you worry about them.
Yeah. But I know we talked about this, but I accepted the job when Adam died.
Yes.
Adam Schlesinger is the original composer. You guys had a good show, but it was like kind of ramshackle. And I knew when I heard that Adam had died, I just knew I was going to get a call because I knew you a little bit and I knew Tom Curtihy, the producer, quite well because he's the widower of Terrence McNally, who I wrote Full Monty with and very famous playwright. And both Terrence and Adam died early in COVID. And, but I just also thought no one else is really writing funny songs, the way you and Adam were writing. And
yeah, I always felt like the funniest play on Broadway still isn't. Like I used to say that I know that's cunty, but I feel like it's taken a turn and you're a big part of it. And I think, Adam's work is all really still there. You've dueted it through, but you've also added brilliant songs and just helped doula the whole thing.
Thank you. What got me was I've always used the term Broadway funny as opposed to real funny.
Right.
And having been a, comedy writer and, like not a fan of Broadway funny,
right?
Like getting away with stuff, like going to someone's law school review and people are laughing at jokes like, well, that was Professor Levenstein wouldn't think so, and everyone's laughing.
Terrible example. I don't even know what that.
That's exactly my point. You go to someone else's law school review and they're making these sort of jokes.
The inside kind of.
And that's Broadway,
But I think of it as also just. It's really coming out of that, especially since like Book of Mormon and but like it's
but it's not
soft. It used to be all soft.
It's not coming out of it. It's struggling hard to come out of it. Book of Mormon is great, and there's been great stuff, including Robert Horn's book to Tootsie, which is just like you called it a lesson in joke structure. Like just great stuff. But when I saw the crappy phone video of the workshop of Bedwetter before I was on it, my eyes lit up and I was like, this is actually funny. This isn't Broadway funny. And that's what got me wanting to help with it. So
yeah, it's got some hard jokes in it. There's a little kid that stars in it, but do not be fooled. It's
really
pretty hardcore.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Here's some ads. Hey, everybody. You know, fall is for easy stuff. A time to gather strength before the big holiday seasons hit. Simple stuff, easy meals, easy outfits. And, you know, the same goes for makeup, right? A little glow, a little lift, a little whatever, and you're done. Boom. I go like this, boom, 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 rub it in, bye. It's not about doing more, it's about enhancing what's already cozy and good. You know, California fall isn't big scarves and boots, it's still sunny half the time, so the makeup is usually light, but still there's like something about small traditions that come with the changing seasons. They just feel good. That includes updating your makeup look. Thrive Cosmetics has everything needed to complete any fall look. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with the skin, not against it. Using Thrive Cosmetics does more than enhance your glow. It helps others shine, too, with over $150 million in products and cash donated to 600-plus giving partners. Every purchase directly fuels real impact. That's beauty with a purpose. Right now, they have this one mascara you actually need in your drawer. It's Liquid Lash Extensions. It's vegan, it's long-lasting, it's clump-free, it's really easy to remove. The great thing is that you can pair it with Infinity Waterproof Eyeliner for smudge-proof, high pigment definition, and brilliant eye brightener to make eyes pop instantly. Complete your fall look. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/Sarah for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, cause like CAUSEMETICS.com/Sarah. Yo, let's talk leftovers. What's in my fridge right now? It's a lot of leftovers that will and won't be eaten. Some will, some won't. Many, many shakes and drinks and a bunch of stuff in the vegetable drawer that we will forget about until we throw them out. Listen, I care about the world. I care about people. I care about animals, trees, all that stuff. But composting, and this is true, it's always felt like one step too far down the like hippie road for me. Anytime I've seen friends that compost, there's like flies all around. It smells bad. And they don't make it easy or fun. Not that doing the right thing should be easy or fun, but Mill has. We're obsessed with it. It just seems like magic. Mill is the cleanest, easiest way to prevent food waste at home, eliminating all pain points associated with old-fashioned compost pails, the smelly garbage cans. It makes keeping food out of the trash as easy as dropping it in. You throw something in there, it's much like our mother. It has never smelled. That's a callback from the episode. Anyway, it's so beautiful. It looks like a piece of furniture. And inside, it's making your scraps of food into soil, like beautiful soil. And then you put it on your plants, and it's incredible. There's just so little good news these days. The Mill is good news. But you have to live with Mill to really get it. Good thing is you can try it risk-free and get $75 off with code SARAH. Visit mill.com/Sarah. That's mill.com/Sarah. You're welcome. And we're back. I feel like I haven't said my piece about who is David Yazbek.
Well, I'll listen.
He's a genius. He's secretly a deeply good-hearted, warm, loving person with this like curmudgeon persona shell. He's
Crunchy curmudgeon persona show.
Okay, thank you. He also corrects people who are complimenting him, which is
I'm sorry.
So
I know I'm an asshole.
Appealing to be around. He's also somebody right away you feel like family, either that or you're not family. But he walks in a door. When we first met with him, if you want me to cut this out, I certainly will, because I don't want to make you embarrassed. We met in Annie Kaufman, our director's apartment, and he walked in and said, "Where's the bathroom? I have to take a shit." And he did so.
I insist that you cut that out.
When he came to my house for the first time, again, it's really the number one thing he needs. Some people like go, "I need to wash my hands the second I get somewhere." I think he needs to like say, "I'm going to leave a piece of me here."
Can I tell you why I say that when I walk?
Yeah, are you nervous?
No, it's me saying I just drove in because I don't live in the city.
Right.
I live 45 to an hour away. So
And you poop every hour.
No, but I drive in.
Uh-huh.
Usually it's after breakfast, let's say.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm coming in
post
rush hour. I drive in, and what I'm really trying to say was, oh, I had to drive. This is without saying it. I have to drive so far. I feel like I always have to be going to the bathroom in my car. So the first thing I have to do is go right to the bathroom. Or maybe I'm just.
I don't understand that. I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying something funny here that it's maybe over my head?
No, I'm not. No, I'm trying to open up to you.
What you're saying is I've driven so far.
And I wasn't able to go to the bathroom all that time because I'd been stuck in my car and stuck in traffic. Unlike you, who was able to walk to, I'm like trying to put myself in the position of a martyr, a bathroom martyr.
But you could have pooped before you left.
No, because if you have like a smoothie or something, then you get in the car or coffee. And then you're like 20 minutes in and you're like, all right, I'm just going to have to hold it. You just told me a story like this.
Wait, first of all, I want to hear that story. But second of all, if there's a pattern where you have a smoothie and 20 minutes later you need to make a duty.
Because I think...
Why don't you have your smoothie 20 minutes earlier?
Because it's the definition of insanity.
Okay.
That's why.
Right. Because you could eat earlier, have a nice duty at home. No. But that said, I really find it to be an honor that you come to my home and poop in it. That means that I have a home that is welcoming to you, that you feel comfortable in.
And now you got the Toto toilet at your house here, so
I don't want to share that with you. That's my private Toto.
I understand
I don't
that.
want you to squirt.
Okay, yep. I get it.
Water up your asshole, and then little pieces of duty could end up on the wand.
Yeah, and actually, and this is a big thing actually. I just learned this. In prison, if you have a roommate in prison,
you have to share your Toto toilet?
No, but you have to share a toilet, because your toilet's in your room. And the one thing you need to know if you have to go to prison is always shut the toilet before flushing.
Oh.
Always.
You should do that anyway, even if you're not in prison. I learned that.
But the other thing is...
Because duty goes all over the air.
Yes, but also when you pee in prison at a toilet, you sit down to pee. Because if you're standing up, flex go into the air, and you're sharing this room with another person.
Well, I'm sure they live by that code to be as thoughtful as possible to their...
Yes. Yeah, I do.
What was the story that reminded you of...
No, you were just telling me... I was with you and you were like, I'm going to walk home. And then you said something like, I kind of have to go to the bathroom, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to go home. And then you called me later.
Oh, this was, I had to pee. It wasn't duty.
It wasn't duty, right.
Oh, we had stayed late after the workshop. It's in Times Square. We went and got something to eat. Now you drive home in your fancy car. I got to get down to the Lower East Side, which God forbid you drive out of your way to drop me. But I liked walking. I like walking. I realized, you know what? I have to pee I actually wasn't going to walk home. I was taking the subway. I said, I have to pee, I think, too badly to make it on the subway all the way and then walk from the subway. I don't know what to do. I went back to New 42 where we were rehearsing, locked. So it's a little after 8. And I go, well, there's Aladdin. It was across the street. I go,
the show. Yeah.
Maybe I never do this, but maybe it'll be funny if I knock and which I did. And the usher, it was like they were in the show. The audience was in the show. So it was like empty in the lobby. I have to pee so badly. And here's the thing. I don't want to go to a place where I can pee in a public place because I need a clean, even when I used to play softball in Central Park, I would go to the plaza and I would look around and act. In my mind, the story was, I'm meeting my parents at the plaza for lunch. I don't know, where are they? Well, I'll just use the bathroom while I'm waiting for them. Then I would go have a glorious pee in 5-star hotel and then grab my mitt and go back to the field. Mm-hmm. And it was genius. Anyway, I like to pee in a nice, clean environment. I knock, and the usher kind of sees me, and she opens the door because they lock the doors during the show. I said, "Hi, I'm comedy's Sarah Silverman," just because I think it will be maybe endearing. I have to pee so bad. Is there any way? She just said, "No, sorry." And I just fucking ran into the subway and I made it.
I just love the sound of the celebrity card falling to the floor, flapping to the floor.
I never do it, but I thought maybe this will be funny. It will be a story. Yeah, she didn't care.
They're not allowed. The security is really tight at Aladdin.
Really?
No, I don't know. I interrupted you in the middle of all your praise of me, so I'm not saying
Too
you should.
late.
No, I don't want you to keep praising, but it made me feel good to hear it.
Oh my God. Well, I love you so much. And I love you so much that I forget your brilliance and what a fan I am. And is that enough?
It's pretty good.
But you are like a brother to me.
Yeah.
An older brother.
Balder.
Older, balder.
Fatter, just almost everything.
But total, you have a complete, not that this matters, you've got your wife, Betsy, who is very hot, gorgeous, your love since Brown.
University, Ivy League.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
considered Ivy League, right.
Safety school.
But you have a sexiness, and I think that makes you feel good. You have not just your personality.
You know what you said to me?
But you are attractive.
The very first time I met you at a poker game.
At David Wayne's old place.
David Wayne's old place. And I'm sitting there, and I don't know, I was like mentioning as I sat down, like, ugh, like I was sincerely felt like this is, like I'm just too fat or whatever. And you said, and you were not in you connected in the best possible way, even though you weren't in the best headspace. Like you came and it was almost like David had to like sort of insist that you come to get out of some kind of a funk that you were in. I don't know why exactly.
Maybe, yeah.
But you were there and you were sort of like, and you just said, you know what? I think you might have body dysmorphia, which was like the nicest fucking thing you could have said. And, so yes, so yeah, so
I was like, oh, what did I say? I must have said something really reassuring.
And that's what you said, but it was reassuring, like
the
way you said it, not like you must, yeah.
And also, that was the night we had only just met, and we smoked a little pot, and then you said that pot gives you gas.
Oh, I did? Oh, I don't remember that.
But it is true.
Everything gives me gas. Ice chips give me gas.
Ice chips.
Anything. You name it.
Let's take another call.
Hey, Sarah, it's your best friend, Tal. I wanted to talk to you about time wasting because I've always been struggling with this weird dynamic with it where I either do way too much of it or not at all. And so how do you find the balance? And what would be your suggestions for people with high ambitions and expectations for themselves for maintaining that balance and also not feeling guilty about not being productive and just play video games? Thank you so much.
I have the same question.
Of course. And so do I. I keep lists. I also don't put too much thought into the things you need to do because you will figure out a way to not do it now. But while not doing it now, you will also not be resting. You won't get rest. You won't have fun. It will be hanging over you. So if you are deciding to not do work you have in front of you and instead you're going to play video games or rest, fucking really do it. Rest, play video games. You better enjoy it. You must enjoy it. Because otherwise, now you've wasted time and you didn't even get rest or have replenish in your fun or anything. And in terms of getting work done, first of all, don't tell people you're going to do it because you're going to get the dopamine rush that you get from doing it ahead of time, and then you won't do it. You won't write the book. You won't write the script because you already have that exciting feeling by telling people you're gonna and you're not gonna. Just keep it to yourself and do it. Write the shitty version, but just put, it's like if you think about, should I go to the gym today? Should I work out today? You will find a reason not to 100% of the time. Just don't think. Just put your sneakers on and go. Don't think about it. You're a half hour or 40 minutes away from feeling great that you did this. Of course, I'm talking to myself too, because these are all things I absolutely do. But in success, this is how I have that success. When you're writing the thing or doing the thing, just write the shitty version, write the bad version. Then you have something to work off of. Everybody works differently. Some people like to write themselves into a corner and then have to get out of it. Some people need a complete, detailed outline before they even start. And you're not even talking about writing, but in my mind, I'm thinking writing. Because that's the thing everybody hates to do.
Yeah.
Especially writers.
Yeah. That's great.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are a little bit of discipline goes a long way. That's what I find. Because for a long time, I just relied on the muse coming up and that again for writing, unless you're writing on a staff or you have like deadlines, but just a little bit of discipline, just enough to get you into the car to go to the gym, just little bits.
Blue sky is a killer, meaning like if you have no time constraints, no creative constraints, you can write, you could do anything you want. In any time that you want, you won't do anything. Mm-hmm. It's like, as much as we hate boundaries, they're our friend.
What's that? What's the, the
Rubik's Cube.
No, the timer.
Sand thing.
There's a tomato-shaped timer that someone, there's a whole system of, it's
the 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
Like there's a million ways of applying some discipline to yourself. And it pays off. It's everything you're saying. It's like, it's that feeling of, if you start writing, you will at some point get the feeling of having written. It's what you said. It's like 45 minutes from now, I'm going to feel great. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And I completely forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
No,
Somehow
it's
it's
okay.
my fault.
It's not. I don't even know where I am right now. What are we talking about?
We're in Channel C, public access.
Actually, there's a perfect example. My brain is gone. I think it's menopause fog. I'm about to go on hormone replacement shit, and my gynecologist says it might bring your brain back, because it's like, I feel like I have dementia, and I know that this is the case with many women my age.
I was going to say, every woman I know goes.
And it's fucking maddening. Yeah. Because I know more than you. I know better than you.
There's no question to me that you are that you are smarter than me and more clear-headed than I am.
But I live off of lists and alarms because I will forget completely huge things. Like, so I make and this makes me sound anal, which I guess I am, but it's because I have lists and alarms, I don't have to think about shit. It's like, I remember when I had my Hulu show, I would do a segment, a field piece with real people, like a family who all voted for Trump, whatever. And we would write a million jokes for this field piece for me to have in my back pocket. But what happened when I went to do the first one, I wasn't free because I was tethered to trying to remember jokes we had pre-written, or even having in my back pocket things I want to make sure to say. And it ruined it because I was never in the moment. I was it's like trying to remember lines or something. Like, it's the worst. So what we decided to do, which works much better, is I'm going to not take on any of this stuff we wrote previous to this. I'm not going to, and let's, I want to make sure we do this one, but I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to be completely in the moment with this family. And then at the very end, we'll do pickups if I forget it. You know what I mean? But to have to carry anything that you haven't worked so hard on that it's muscle memory, but to have to remember things like that just ruins me. Like, it takes the joy out of anything. So I just make a little alarms on my phone. I make a big list of everything I have to do. And then, like, at least today I must do these. And I chip away at it, and it's not a big deal. And it feels great and every time I make it so fat, like I'll make it even like laundry in the dryer so that I feel like I'm accomplishing like way more. And I give that just as much credence as write the script for the, award show that you're, whatever. But it feels great knocking things off a list. It feels great to just have stuff you've done, and it can be shitty. Just then you work on making it great.
There's another side to what he said that would be interesting to think about, which is he said it's all or nothing. He said like work too much or don't work enough, and that's really also interesting because I went through recently a period of like a couple of years where I was writing 6 or 7 things, sometimes they'd overlap and stuff. And I found myself working anywhere from, like a mellow 6 hours to like 14 hours a day. Cause there's rehearsal, I'm writing this, I have to write these songs. I remember very clearly having to write the Mother's song for Bedwetter while I was in the middle of doing this thing for Disney. Like there's like so much going on. And in a way, that was easier because you have all this stuff and it just jams in that's the state you're in. But that's going to fuck your adrenals. That's going to fuck you up. So for that, the discipline is making sure that you don't keep going for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, that you do find places to even just go to a movie, just to do.
That stuff is important. You can't just go. But I get the all or nothing of it too. It's that's why you do have to kind of portion it. And all my sisters are writers. My sister Laura had a really good thought about writing, which is she doesn't stop at a natural stopping place where it's like that's all she's thought of for today. She stops when she knows exactly what she's writing tomorrow. Like at least the start of it. Like she can't wait. She would want to finish it there, but no, she's going to stop a little early so that she's not daunted to start the next day. She knows the beginning of that and she can't wait to get to it. And I think that's a smart trick too, but it's all just figuring out ways to trick yourself to do what you love or to get things done that you want to get done. It's funny how we're always fighting this part of ourselves. I've never met people who hate writing more than writers. Although there are a handful of writers that are like, I just love writing. I would write if I wasn't.
And some of them are great, like Stephen King.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are shit. Like there's like the people who are like, oh, and then 2 a.m., that's my time. And that's when I start writing. I just remember this guy like who wanted to write a musical with me, and he had some plays that, and he was just like, and then 2 a.m. is my time. And then I start writing. And then I have breakfast at 6. And it's, and then I started reading his stuff. And it's like, this feels like you're just having a great time.
Right. Yeah.
and I'm not having a great time reading it. You're just pooping it out. And there's no quality there,
Yeah.
So that's part of the discipline too, is just not sucking.
Not sucking
There you go.
is key.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah. It's your best friend, Rachel, they, calling from Brooklyn. So my partner and I love to play Scrabble together, but we always end up really pissed off at each other because we're both really competitive. So we invented a fake version of Scrabble to help us chill the fuck out afterward. So in fake Scrabble, you get as many tiles as you want each round, and you just make up fake words and have to give them fun definitions. And there are no points, and everybody wins. So we've come up with some really fun words this way. And the recent word that I played, I immediately thought to myself, I gotta call my best friend Sarah Silverman and tell her about this. So the word is peeb, spelled P-E-E-B. And that's short for pea bed, it's a pea-stained bed or mattress. So used in a sentence, you might say, honey, who's changing the peeb tonight? Or kids at camp might have said, don't sit on Rachel's bunk, it's a peeb.
My bunk was a peeb.
There you have it.
My bunk was a constant state of peebery. I love it. Yes, and you tried to play a fun game. It wasn't fun because you're both fucking competitive twats. And I'm kidding. And am I? And then you made up a game where it doesn't fucking matter. And it's fun. I love that. You adjusted to make something fun. Rachel, you're killing it. And you're she, they. And is this a joke? That's what they said. You know, if I say that after people say something and I go, that's what they said, it's just like it's like
Right.
To make what was just said, non-binary innuendo. That's what they said.
Boy, that's a thinker. You got to go
Only
3
at
steps for
first.
that one.
That's what they said.
Throughout her entire call, I just kept trying to come up with words for that Scrabble game, and the first thing I came up with, and I didn't come up with a definition, was clunt.
Oh, that's great. I'm already thinking of definitions.
Yeah, what's the definition?
A lousy cunt.
Lousy cunt. I thought lonely cunt, but that didn't make sense to me. That's sort of sad.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
Oh, dear.
Which comes first, the loneliness or the cuntiness? I would say the loneliness, and that's what makes it sad.
Yeah.
Dad, you met David Yazbek. You saw the show 5 times in one weekend, and I'm so glad you did. Wherever you are in time, space, that's one word. I learned that. It's one thing, time, space. Anyway, wherever you are, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. You're somewhere. Anyway, this is where I am in the show when I say, give me your comments, your complaints, your thoughts, your ideas. Go to speakpipe.com/the Sarah Silverman podcast. That's speakpipe.com/the Sarah Silverman podcast. Then it's just a button and you press it and talk and go crazy. Also subscribe, rate, and review wherever you listen to podcasts. That helps us. And if you haven't yet, now is a great time to subscribe to Lemonada Premium. Just hit the subscribe button. Boop. And there you go. That's for Apple Podcasts. For all other podcast apps, you head to lemonadapremium.com. That's lemonadapremium.com. Booyah!